Okay.
My mirror is secure, not cracked or broken. My door, it opens properly. The hinges are good. The door's not hanging. My weather stripping is good all around. And it closes properly. My grab handle is secure. My steps are secure. My fuel tank, the straps are on. It's not hanging, it's not leaking, and it's capped. My front mud flap is on and secure. Okay, now you come back here. Now remember, these are your couplings. Okay, you're always going to do all your couplings. So, back of my tractor, there's no damage. My valves coming from my airlines coming out of the tractor are not leaking. My airlines themselves are not cracked, not leaking. They're connected to my glad hands, secure, without leaking. My electric plug coming out of the tractor is good. Safety's on. It's not cut, frayed. There's no wires sticking out of it. And it's plugged into my trailer with the safety holding it on. There's nothing in between to obstruct my turns. My battery box is on and secure. No damage to the front of my trailer. My trailer height is 13 feet 6 inches. Okay, now you come down here. Get over here. My trailer release handle is locked with the safety on. All the hardware that holds the fifth wheel to the frame is present. Nothing's missing. The fifth wheel itself is not cracked or broke. Now you come down to that drive shaft. My drive shaft is not bent, not broken, and not leaking. You got to do that air chamber in there. My air chamber is not hanging, not leaking, and the air lines coming in and out of it are not leaking. This leaf spring, my front hanger is good with all the hardware. All the leaves are present, none are cracked, broke, missing, or scissored. All the U-bolts are tight, and the rear hanger is good with all the hardware. Now, when you're doing this for the test, you're gonna have to kind of get in here and look into that brake drum. You're gonna tell her that brake drum is not bent or cracked, no excessive heat marks, no oil or grease coming out of it, and I have at least a 1/4 inch brake line. Now, you got to do these two tires. The outside wall, no cuts or bubbles, worn evenly. 232 tread depth back here. 432 in the front, 232 back here. No cuts or bubbles on this wall. There's no rocks or bottles in between my tires. This side wall, no cuts or bubbles, worn even, 232. No cuts or bubbles out here. On this side, my rim out here. It's not bent, cracked. There's no illegal welds. All my lugs are present, none are missing, no shiny threads indicating that they're loose. My hub seal is not leaking, and I have 100 PSI back here. My mud flap is on and secure. Now, you got to do the back of the fifth wheel. So now you got to go under there and look up into the fifth wheel. All the way in. All right, now you're going to look up into the fifth wheel. You're going to tell it my kingpin is locked with the locking jaws around it. The kingpin itself is not damaged or cracked. All the hardware is holding the fifth wheel down to the frame is present, nothing's missing. There's no daylight between my trailer and my fifth wheel, and the apron is properly greased. Okay? And you tell her all my lights are working, none of them are cracked or broken, none are missing. My airbag is secure, not leaking. My shock is not hanging or leaking. My license plate is secure. Okay? And there's no holes in the floor of my trailer. All right, now you come out. That's the end of your tractor part. Now you're doing the side of the truck. No damage to the side of my trailer. My inspection sticker is up to date. I have an amber reflector up here, an amber light in the center, and a red tail light at the end. I have my DOT stripe. It's all the way down the end of the trailer. Now you start walking. My landing gear is all the way up. The handle is secure. There's nothing hanging under my trailer. See that tank up there? That air tank?
This air tank?
Yep, that's the one that you're filling up for the trailer.
Okay.
So you tell them my tank is not hanging or leaking. My airlines coming in and out of it are not leaking, and my airlines are at least 18 inches off the ground. My air chamber back here, not hanging or leaking. The lines coming in and out of it are not leaking. Once again, my leaf spring. All my leaves are present. None of them are cracked, broke, missing, or scissored. The front hangers are good. All the U-bolts are tight and secure, and the rear hanger is good with all the hardware. Now, you got to do this brake drum again. My brake drum, not bent or cracked. No excessive heat marks, no oil or grease coming out of it, and I have at least a 1/4 inch brake line. Now you got to do these 2 tires like you did up front. Sidewall, no cuts or bubbles. 232 tread depth, worn even, no cuts or bubbles. No rocks or bottles, no cuts or bubbles, worn even, 232. No rocks, no bubbles on the outside wall. My rim, not split, cracked, no illegal welds. All my lugs are present, none are missing, no shiny threads indicating that they might be loose. My hub seal is not leaking, and I have 100 PSI back here. Now, when you get back here, they're only going to make you do 1 axle. Otherwise, you're just repeating yourself. So they're going to make you do 1 axle. So, but if she doesn't stop you, you got to do the same thing for this one like you did for that one. Okay?
So the brake drum.
Brake drum, the same thing like you did up here. Now, when you come back here, you have a slack adjuster. See, you got one there and one over here. See the slack adjusters? Like in the front?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You tell them my slack adjuster on my trailer. If I could pull it back more than 1 inch, I need a brake adjustment on the trailer. Okay?
Do I have to pull it back?
No, you can't.
Okay.
My airline is secure. I mean, my mud flap is on and secure. Come to the back of the truck. My door is secure. All my lights are on, not cracked or broken. My step is secure. My license plate is secure. Now, when you get back here, she's probably going to ask you what's different on the right side of the truck than the left. Now remember, you just inspected the left, so you're going to bring her over here. On this side of the truck, I have my air dryer, which is secure and not leaking, and my exhaust, which is secure and there's no excessive soot marks. Now, if she told you to do the right side of the truck, you would do everything we did over there, right? All this stuff. You would come back here. Now remember, I told you about your couplings. You would step in here. You point out all your couplings, airlines, glad hands, electric plug. Tell about no damage to the trailer. Then you would lean down here and you point to the trailer release handle, and you would tell her everything you did over there but from this side, right? Trailer release, all the hardware, the 5th wheel's not cracked or broke. You would do your drive shaft, this leaf spring, these tires, that brake drum, and then you would go in from this side under here and look up into your 5th wheel, because you're doing the right side of the truck now, right?
Right.
So you would go in there and do the 5th wheel, everything we just did, and you would come out and you would walk down here, same thing, nothing hanging. You would do that air tank, your airlines, your leaf spring, your brake drum, these 2 tires, all right, the rim. You keep walking. Okay, you get to the back of the truck, you do your door and your lights, and then she'd ask you, okay, what's different on the left side, because you just did the right side, right? So you bring her over here. On this side, I have my trailer handle for my landing gear, and my battery box. That's it. Now you're done with the whole pre-trips.